What's going on, everyone? This is Jake here from WeTradeHQ. Today we are joined with Roberto, our newest mentor on the WeTradeHQ platform. Roberto has over 12 years of experience investing in the stock market. He's a certified fund manager in Brazil, and he has his Canadian Security Course certification. Today we're going to be talking about ETFs, what they are, and how to invest in them. So let's get started. All right, so first question, Roberto, what exactly are ETFs?
Okay, I think if you think about mutual funds first, it's better to understand ETF. Mutual fund, you have a manager that picks stocks and put in the fund, right? So you expect that fund overcomes the index. What is the index of the USA stock market? It's S&P 500, right? It's the most important. But the problem is that not all managers can deliver good results. So, and especially because mutual funds, some of them are very expensive in terms of management fees, right? So ETF, it's exchange traded funds. It's a passive management. The manager look at the 500 companies there and just put in the fund. That's it. It's if, for example, if Facebook, it represents 3% of the S&P 500 index. So just added like this 3% and in the same weight. Yeah, it's the same weight. Yeah,
ratio,
exactly.
Yeah.
The same weight. Exactly as that represents a S&P 500, right?
Yep.
So I think the best part in ETF is that it's about the low cost of management for investors that don't understand about stocks. I think it's the best way. I think the third part of that is it's about it's an oscillation, right?
Yep.
The oscillation, it's more flat.
More flat.
ETF, yeah, it's more flat because we have a lot of companies.
It's diversified, right?
Yeah.
So you're saying for a not just beginner investors, but any investor, it's more of a safer route to go with versus mutual funds is much more expensive.
Yeah,
at the end of the day.
Much more.
Okay.
And not everybody can deliver a good result.
Good result.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So Roberto, you mentioned that Warren Buffett has mentioned that it's really good for passive investors. What exactly does that mean?
So it's because Warren Buffett explains that the most part of people, even for managers, it's very hard to bet the market. You know, you can imagine for small investors, for investors that don't have time to spend on it, and so he explained that the best way for investors that don't have time, for maybe you spend a lot of time in doing your own job. If you can be an entrepreneur, right? So I think that's the reason. It's very if you see the research about how many funds has been bet the market, it's just a few funds,
It's
just a few funds. So if for managers it's very hard to bet the market, you can imagine the investor that don't have time to understand and study about it.
There's a saying that 99% of investors lose money because they're not educated.
Exactly.
So ETFs are a really good way of just diversifying your portfolio. All right, Roberto, last question. What would be a good example of an ETF to look at to maybe potentially buy in the future?
So I think the best ETF for me is NOBL. Why? It's because this ETF, it's composed by companies that there is a matrix to pick companies to put in this ETF. There is an index that is aristocrats index. You can Google it, and you're gonna see the metrics. And one of those is that the company has to have 25 years of profit.
That's really cool. So NOBL is an ETF, and only companies that are profiting for 25 years can be in it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So it's very curated. It's very high quality stocks in that ETF.
Yeah, quality stock.
Versus the S&P 500, which is just, it's a top 500 companies by market cap, but there's lots of companies in there that are losing lots of money every year.
Yeah, it's the best part, I think, it's because NOBL, if you see the last 20 years, it's betting the S&P 500.
Beating the S&P 500.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. All right, guys, that's all for the video on ETFs. Thank you, Roberto, for your time and explaining about what ETFs are. That's just kind of an introduction to what ETFs are. If you want to learn more, be sure to check out Roberto's mentorship on WeTradeHQ. That's kind of what he specializes in, as well as long-term investing. So if you want to learn more, check out his mentorship, and also check out his Instagram here as well, where you can send him a DM on some questions about ETFs. But yeah, that's it for the videos, guys. Let us know in the comments below if you want us to make more, or if you want to see different types of content. But that's all, and have a good one.